Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today we are about to embark on an astonishing journey into the world of numismatics, particularly the world of error coins, and delve into an incredible story that revolves around a seemingly simple piece of currency, a 2012 1-cent coin. You might be wondering what makes a 1-cent coin, which typically holds little to no value in everyday transactions, worth a jaw-dropping $487 million. That's right. This particular coin has garnered an astronomical valuation due to a series of rare and fascinating errors and mistakes that occurred during its production, placing it at the center of a whirlwind of collecting frenzy and market speculation. As we explore the details surrounding the 2012 1-cent coin, we will unravel the layers of intricacies that define its remarkable journey from a mundane piece of change to a precious numismatic treasure. The 2012 1-cent coin is not just an ordinary coin. It is an anomaly within the numismatic world, a product of a minting process fraught with errors and surprising twists. The term error coin pertains to coins that have been struck with mistakes. These can range from doubling on the die to misaligned strikes, off-center impressions, and much more. Collectors often find these errors irresistible, driven by the rare combination of chance and the erratic conditions of the minting process, leading to a frenzy where certain coins can achieve mind-blowing valuations. In the case of the 2012 1-cent coin, the errors it possesses are not only statistically rare but also visually striking, captivating collectors and enthusiasts alike. One of the most significant errors associated with the 2012 is the presence of a double die, and this phenomenon refers to a coin struck twice by the same die at slightly different angles, resulting in a notable doubling effect on one or more of the letters or numbers on the coin. As collectors and enthusiasts examine the details of this particular coin, the distinct characteristics of the doubling become evident, transforming what would have otherwise been a simple cent into a mesmerizing piece heralding a striking design flaw. Collectors have developed a keen eye for spotting rare varieties, and the 2012 1-cent coin, with its unique defects, presents a tantalizing opportunity for those who are passionate about error coins and their implications. Another error that further elevates the allure of the 2012 coin is the occurrence of a full off-center strike, a phenomenon that occurs when the coin blank does not properly align with the die during the stamping process. This stunning error results in a portion of the coin being left blank, revealing a stark contrast in its design. In error coin collecting, the visual impact of such an anomaly cannot be understated, as these distinctly shaped coins tell a compelling story about their crafting and the chaos that can transpire during mass production. Collectors revel in acquiring pieces that embody these striking missteps, and individuals who manage to find this specific coin realize they have stumbled upon a nexus of rarity and desirability. As we consider the wild world of coin collecting, it is important to acknowledge the role of market dynamics, historical value, and even the psychology of collectors in determining the worth of error coins. The allure of the 2012 1-cent coin has been further fueled by media coverage, social media groups, and dedicated forums that surround the topic of coin collecting. Each piece of speculative news surrounding the potential findings of this particular error coin ignites a fervor among enthusiasts and investors, further driving prices up and creating a kind of mythos around the coin itself. Stories of individuals scouring through their pocket change, dollar bins, and flea markets in hopes of unearthing this modern treasure have proliferated, creating a cultural phenomenon that underscores the excitement of discovery in the numismatic world. For many collectors, the thrill of finding a rare error coin like the 2012 1-cent coin is not merely about financial gain, it's about the hunt, the passion, and the connection they forge with each distinct piece they encounter. Just imagine the joy of opening a change drawer and finding a coin that might just be worth a small fortune. That's the kind of serendipity that fuels excitement within the coin collecting community. Moreover, the journey of a coin through different hands often imbues it with a rich narrative that enhances its desirability. The provenance of the 2012 1-cent coin could very well illustrate a fascinating history, linked to previous owners and the circumstances surrounding their discovery. As collectors trace the lineage of error coins, stories emerge that lend a sense of significance and value beyond that of mere currency. The discourse surrounding this coin reminds us of how the numismatic landscape can evolve, shaped by market demands, collector interests, and even broader societal trends. As we reflect on the 2012 1-cent coin's valuation of $487 million, we cannot overlook the impact of pop culture, media, and community discussions on its perceived worth. It is evident that a coin does not simply achieve such high market prices based on a combination of rarity and error alone. It requires a robust narrative to cultivate the generous valuation that captivates countless enthusiasts and investors alike. In a sense, the rise of social media has revolutionized the way collectors interact with each other, allowing for real-time discussions, collaborative research, and the rapid dissemination of information about significant finds, fostering community engagement and collective enthusiasm. As more people become aware of the fascinating qualities of the 2012 1-cent coin, the potential for newfound interest continues to expand. In the broader perspective of modern collecting culture, the rarity along with the detailed stories of misprints and errors has created a thriving marketplace for error coins, leading to saturated demand as more individuals turn their attention toward finding similar treasures. The 2012 1-cent coin thus becomes a central figure in the ongoing conversation regarding error coins, societal interest, and the significant overlaps found between financial investment and personal passion. Additionally, as more discoveries of potential error coins are made, there stands the possibility that trends observed in the market could shift, resulting in new valuation benchmarks for similar coins in the future. Speculations about existing error coins, especially those closely matching the 2012 could lead to competitive bidding and further price inflation, as collectors jockey to ensure they own a piece of modern history linked to errors that have made headlines. However, the intrinsic tension resides in the fragile nature of trends. What is perceived as extraordinarily valuable today may not retain the same prestige tomorrow, leading collectors to continuously evaluate and assess their portfolios. While engaging with this riveting story, we must also acknowledge the technological component to future valuations. With the evolution of coin grading and appraisal technology, precise measurements and details can be utilized in analyzing each specimen's level of rarity, allowing for informed assessments that could lead to confident investment decisions. Advanced techniques and consistent standards for identifying the degree of error on coins open avenues for distinguishing subtle variations, all factors feeding into the appetite for narrative, desirability, and ultimately, market price. As we envision the future of the 2012 1-cent coin, it is thrilling to consider the continued discussions, debates, and discoveries that will keep this magnificent coin at the forefront of the coin collecting community. Even beyond the realm of coin collecting, the saga surrounding the 2012 highlights the delicate interplay between chance and valor in all forms of asset appreciation. Individuals drawn to the chance of uncovering a financially transformative piece often find themselves immersed in the stories that surround each object, encapsulating the allure of history, rarity, and serendipitous discovery that fuels every collector's passion. We hope this exploration into the remarkable valuation of the 2012 1-cent coin prompts you to take a closer look at the change in your pocket, as you may just stumble upon the next extraordinary find that could transcend the ordinary, propelling you into an intersection of historical significance and potential financial reward. As we conclude today's journey, let's remind ourselves that the beauty of coin collecting lies not merely in possessing a valued artifact, but in the connections, memories, and thrill of exploration that such items yield in the lives of passionate collectors worldwide. So, stay curious and keep exploring the captivating world of error coins, and you might just find yourself hunting for your very own priceless piece of history. Next, 1983 1-cent USA coin. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of numismatics, particularly focusing on an extraordinary piece of currency that has become legendary in the eyes of collectors, the 1983 1-cent coin, which carries an astounding valuation of $325 million due to a series of unique errors and mistakes that took place during its minting process, transforming this seemingly insignificant penny into a highly sought-after collectible that represents a treasure trove of possibilities for enthusiasts and investors alike. You may be wondering how a mere 1-cent coin can reach such dizzying heights in value, and this inquiry brings us to the heart of our discussion today. The 1983 1-cent coin is a perfect example of how a combination of errors, rarity, and the ever-evolving landscape of coin collecting can converge to create something truly remarkable. To fully appreciate the allure of the 1983 1-cent coin, we must first understand the historical context in which it was minted. The United States Mint had undergone a composition change in 1982, shifting the 1-cent coin from a bronze alloy to a new zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper, which was intended to cut costs amid rising metal prices. This significant change introduced uncertainty into the minting process, laying the groundwork for a plethora of unexpected production errors that would later emerge in the 1983 pennies. Among the most notable errors associated with the 1983 1-cent coin is the double die effect. This phenomenon occurs when a coin is struck using a die that has misaligned or repeated several times, leading to a visual doubling effect where certain elements of the design, the date, letters, or symbols, appear blurred or duplicated. For coin collectors, the appearance of a double die on a coin transforms it from a mere piece of currency into a unique collectible, as these variations are relatively scarce and highly desired. The 1983 1-cent coin featuring this error has captured the attention of many, with enthusiasts and investors alike eagerly seeking out examples that showcase this striking detail, driving demand and elevating the value of these coins far beyond their intended face value. Owners of these double die coins often relay stories of their lucky finds, transforming ordinary experiences into celebrated narratives that connect deeper with the community. Imagine sorting through a jar of coins only to discover an error that holds such monumental worth. The excitement of unearthing a treasure like this is what fuels the passion of collectors across the globe. Yet the double die is not the only error that elevates the 1983 1-cent coin into the annals of coin collecting history. Another fascinating phenomenon is the occurrence of off-center strikes. These strikes take place due to misalignments in the minting process when the coin blank doesn't perfectly line up with the die during the striking operation. As a result, the coin may display portions of its design that are either incomplete or misaligned, leaving some elements off the edge of the coin. Off-center strikes create coins that are visually intriguing, showcasing vivid personalities, and pleasing irregularities that capture the attention of collectors and investors alike. The combination of rarity and distinctive aesthetic qualities makes these coins particularly valuable, as they reflect a small slice of the chaotic environment within a mint where these errors occur. Every off-center strike tells a story of its making, evoking a sense of intrigue as collectors envision the mint where it was created. The thrill of discovering an off-center coin within change or among a collection adds layers to the journey of coin collecting, adding to its rich tapestry of narratives. Additionally, the 1983 1-cent coin is not immune to other noteworthy errors that add further dimensions of complexity to its value. Die breaks represent another common error, and they occur when there is damage to the working die used to strike coins. A die break can create raised lines or lumps on the surface of the finished coin, often resulting in unique visual characteristics that collectors seek after. Coins exhibiting die breaks show a certain charm, reflecting the wear and tear they have endured throughout their lives, an emotional connection to the imperfection that resonates deeply with collectors' hearts, especially when linked to an iconic year like 1983. The combination of all these notable errors, double dies, off-center strikes, die breaks, and more, leads to an ecosystem where the value of the 1983 1-cent coin rapidly escalates, propelled by collectors' enthusiasm and market demand. The confluence of rarity, human interest, and visual appeal creates a market atmosphere where examples with noted errors become sought-after artifacts that could command enormous prices. Collectors across the globe communicate within forums, sharing risks and rewards as they scour their surroundings for potential treasures amongst common coins, often developing a lore surrounding infamous finds. A shared camaraderie emerges from these discussions, transforming the solitary pastime of collecting into a vibrant community experience. The impact of social media has significantly accelerated this camaraderie, allowing collectors to connect instantaneously, share finds, and exchange information regarding valuations. Coin collecting has evolved from a niche hobby into an accessible and enticing marketplace, where the stories of remarkable finds are celebrated, and the lure of the next big discovery is a source of excitement. As we broaden our lens, understanding how economic dynamics underpin the valuation of error coins presents an important perspective for both casual collectors and dedicated investors. The interrelationship between demand and supply plays a critical role. As word spreads of the potential windfalls associated with error coins, more participants flock to the market to identify and acquire these rare pieces. In return, heightened demand triggers price increases, fueling the cycle of speculation that surrounds coins like the 1983 1 cent. As collectors search in thrift stores, attend coin shows, and explore community auctions, the fabric of the numismatic community interweaves experiences of discovery and shared knowledge, cultivating an essence imbued with history and cultural relevance. Another contributing factor to the valuation of the 1983 1 cent coin resides in its potential to be thrifted into existence at seemingly mundane transactions. While one might think a copper penny has no significance, the possibility of finding a rare 1983 era coin in change makes the everyday act of purchasing items intriguing. Every penny becomes an invitation to search, a call to investigation. Each encounter becomes a chance to qualitatively analyze the contents of pocket change, elevating those interactions into moments of excitement where dream discoveries might linger just beneath the surface. The thrill of participating in the hunt and the stories generated from these discoveries intricately bind the community together as seekers of hidden gems. The dialogue surrounding coins like the 1983 1 cent extends beyond casual appreciation of the objects themselves to larger conversations about historical relevance and the evolution of currency. As each new generation explores these coins, the value they attribute to them, shaped by shared stories, continues to create deeper connections to the past. Artifacts such as the 1983 1 cent coin encapsulate the zeitgeist of an era, reminding collectors of the complexities within each chapter of history. The energy circling around the coin echoes the excitement of uncovering antiquities while inviting collectors to explore the narratives that live within each preserved piece. Furthermore, as we consider this coin's incredible value, we must also acknowledge how grading and professional evaluation have shaped the perception of these era coins. The grading process involves assessing a coin's physical attributes, establishing a standardized framework that assigns numerical scores to its quality and other essential features. Graders evaluate elements such as cleanliness, luster, strike quality, and any errors that might enhance a coin's value overall. Coins that receive higher grades, particularly those with noted error characteristics, command inflated prices through auctions, creating an essential relationship between grading and the market's perception of value. As the community follows auction outcomes and marketplace trends, collectors gain knowledge about price fluctuations and engage in informed decisions about their investments. By maintaining an observant eye on grading dynamics, enthusiasts can strategically navigate their collecting journey, identifying which opportunities align with their passion for the craft. Continuing our analysis, the 1983 1 cent coin also embodies larger cultural contexts, as interested collectors capitalize on storytelling that intertwines the past with current market dynamics. The quest for hidden coin treasure draws comparisons to real-life treasure hunts, embodying dreams of economic revival and nostalgia for simpler times. The narrative surrounding the coin illustrates how emotion can drive price. As stories build excitement, it exists at the convergence of whimsy, history, and opportunity, appealing to collectors searching for more than just an investment. Investing time in connecting with others, and seeking to learn from shared experiences, remains a core tenet of what makes the community surrounding coins so vibrant. As we explore the stunning valuation of the 1983 1 cent coin, valued at an astonishing $325 million on the basis of its captivating errors and enthralling stories, we acknowledge that each coin signifies a point in time, an intersection of nature and nurture, human connection. Last 2016 D1 cent USA coin. Today, we're diving deep into the enthralling world of numismatics, specifically focusing on the 2016 D1 cent coin. A piece of currency that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike due to its astounding valuation of $388 million, driven by a remarkable array of errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting process. The story of this seemingly ordinary coin transformed into a highly sought-after collectible offers us insights into the fascinating factors that shape the value of numismatic items. As we venture into this captivating journey, we will dissect the nuances behind the errors that make this coin so desirable and explore how these anomalies not only transform its worth but also create compelling narratives within the numismatic community. To fully grasp the significance of the 2016 D1 cent coin, it's essential to understand the context in which it was minted. The coin emerged from the Denver Mint in 2016, a time when technological advances in minting processes were being put to the test. The U.S. Mint held its reputation for producing highly accurate and precise coins, but like any high-speed production environment, the potential for errors has always existed. Most people are familiar with the standard Lincoln penny design, which celebrates Abraham Lincoln's legacy as one of the most significant presidents of the United States. However, what elevates the 2016 D1 cent coin to legendary status is the presence of rare minting errors that collectors fervently seek, errors that whisper stories of chaos within the otherwise smooth production landscape. One of the standout errors associated with the 2016 D1 cent coin is the phenomenon known as the double die. This occurs when a coin is struck with a die that has shifted or become misaligned during the minting process, leading to specific elements of the design appearing twice or out of focus. Doubling can occur on various features of the coin, especially on critical areas such as the date or phrases like, "In God We Trust." Such doubling adds uniqueness to the coin's design, which is pivotal for collectors looking for extraordinary pieces. Coins displaying double dies are rare, and their value can escalate dramatically, fueled by the ongoing demand for unique numismatic finds. Collectors often relish the experience of scouting their change for such treasures, transforming what might seem like ordinary transactions into thrilling quests for discovery. As collectors become more attuned to spotting these errors, the 2016 D1 cent coin with its notable doubling becomes a tantalizing prize for those versed in the art of coin hunting. But the double die is not the only error deserving of attention. The 2016 D1 cent coin is also known for its off-center strikes, which occur when the coin blank is misaligned during the striking process, resulting in a portion of the design being absent or partially visible. This creates a visually striking effect, as parts of the coin's imagery may fall off the edge or be poorly defined. Off-center strikes not only capture collectors' attention but also invite intrigue, as each individual coin tells a unique story of the circumstances that led to its minting process. Finding an off-center strike among the sea of ordinary pennies can evoke intense excitement in collectors, as each error tells a tale woven into the complex fabric of the minting process. Additionally, collectors appreciate the aesthetic appeal that off-center coins provide, turning what is an error into a work of art, embodying imperfections that reflect the human touch involved in the minting process. Exploring further into the array of possible errors linked to the 2016 D coin, one might also encounter die cracks. These occur when there's wear or damage to the minting die, causing raised lines or anomalous features to appear on the final coin. A die crack can lend a distinct character to the coin as it embodies the wear and legacy of the minting tools that shaped it. Each die crack presents a unique opportunity for collectors to appreciate the story behind imperfections, an unseen connection between the coin and the artistry involved in its production. Collectors often find themselves caught in the narrative surrounding these coins, intertwining the exploration of their physical attributes with the historical context of their creation. The 2016 D1 cent coin, with its extensive variety of potential errors, forms an enticing landscape for exploration. Whether through discovering double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other anomalies, the excitement surrounding error coins encapsulates the essence of what draws people into the world of numismatics. Beyond the mere value of these coins, they evoke a sense of adventure. The thrill of potentially stumbling upon a highly valuable error coin in everyday change encourages collectors to constantly evaluate their surroundings with a discerning eye. As individuals sift through jugs of coins collected over the years or assess rolls of pennies found in drawers, they immerse themselves in a deeper experience, where every coin they encounter can represent a bridge to history, opportunity, or unexpected wealth. A significant aspect of the rising value associated with some 2016 D1 cent coins lies in the ongoing narrative among collectors and enthusiasts discussing the piece's histories, providing rich backstories that complement their physical presence. Social media platforms have further fueled interest, allowing collectors to share their discoveries, auction experiences, and newly identified errors in real time. An online collector community thrives around the stories of error coins like the 2016 D1 cent, as members post photos of their finds and engage in lively discussions about valuation, grading, and the exciting possibilities of what constitutes a valuable piece of currency. This vibrant dialogue fosters a sense of camaraderie among collectors, driving home the point that, beyond monetary value, these coins represent shared passions and connections among enthusiasts who find joy in unexpected discoveries. The pursuit of error coins, particularly those with noted characteristics like the 2016 D1 cent, serves as a reminder that collecting is often as much about personal connection and passion as it is about financial investment. The stories of each coin circulating within a community allow individuals to engage with history and connect with fellow collectors worldwide. The allure of the coin, therefore, amplifies as novices become absorbed in tales of chance encounters and fortuitous discoveries, leading them to explore the intricate details surrounding error coins. The culture of coin collecting has evolved from a solitary hobby into a fast-paced, interactive environment where participants, from seasoned investors to beginners exploring newfound interests, actively engage in the thrill of the hunt. As we ponder the financial implications of such a remarkable piece like the 2016 D1 cent coin, it's important to understand the economic principles at play and how these principles influence the prices of error coins in general. Market demand plays an enormous role in driving prices up, especially when combined with the rarity of the errors. Collectors are more than willing to pay a premium for valuable error coins as demand surges due to heightened awareness and the excitement surrounding potential finds. The limited supply of error coins ensures that once one is discovered, its value will increase, leading to an escalating sense of urgency to track down uncirculated specimens. Messages surrounding coin values reverberate through the marketplace as perception intertwines with reality among collectors, where coin hunting transcends traditional investments, creating stories valued as much for their historical worth as for their potential financial returns. As enthusiasts embrace the thrill of the marketplace, they develop a keen sense of pricing trends that further finds its way into their conversation surrounding what makes certain error coins so special. The 2016 D1 cent coin's astonishing rise to an appraisal of $388 million underscores the combined elements of rarity, human interest, and storytelling. Efforts to track down promising coins and identify unique errors are not merely about financial gain, there's an underlying joy in uncovering pieces of history. Collectors thrive on the interactions that allow them to share their wisdom about minting practices. This act of collecting expands beyond individual pursuits, transforming into an engaging tapestry that threads together the stories, lives, and experiences of countless enthusiasts. So, as we reflect on the extraordinary 2016 D1 cent coin and understand its value stems from far more than just metallic composition, we begin to appreciate the stories it carries and the enchanting narratives shared across the world of numismatics. The vast landscape of possibility continues to unfold with every coin, encouraging us to search through our pockets, encouraging every coin to tell a tale of its life as we carry it in circulation, much like the 2016 D1 cent coin whose journeys through life and the incredible minting errors have forever cemented its place among the most coveted items in the eyes of collectors. As we conclude our exploration of the 2016 D1 cent coin's staggering valuation based on unique errors and mistakes, I hope you feel inspired to look deeper into your own coin collections or even the change you encounter in your daily life. Perhaps you will find that treasure hidden amidst the ordinary, where your next big discovery could echo the tales of those extraordinary coins that have transcended their original purpose to become the focal points of investment and passion alike. May this journey inspire you to connect with the broader numismatic community, share your own stories,